Well, what's up, good people? Mark Holmes here, and as always, I want to say thank you all for watching, commenting, subscribing, and being part of the Joe Blue Sports Report. Without you guys, as well as you ladies, you know that this literally does not work. Hope everybody's having a great post-Thanksgiving day. It's Black Friday, and we are here, of course, keeping up with the Cowboys. We have our live stream at 9 o'clock, so 9 o'clock Eastern. So we'll definitely be talking more about recapping the game and, of course, taking on the Seattle Seahawks. But also, too, we will be talking about Shaq Leonard. Shaq Leonard, who surprisingly was cut by the Colts because the Colts looked at it and said, we're going to work on saving ourselves some money. We'll go ahead and rip the Band-Aid off now and go ahead and move on to him. He had less and less playing time with him, of course, after having the back injuries that he had last year and having 2 surgeries. He had been playing this year and had 65 tackles total combined, which was not bad, but he was playing limited time. This could be like an early Christmas gift to the Cowboys and the Eagles, and both of those teams are very, very interested. In fact, I hear, don't shoot the messenger, deal with the message, okay? That the Dallas Cowboys look at Shaq Leonard as, like I said, an early Christmas gift in an area of need. They're looking at this from the playoff standpoint. Leighton Vander Esch not being with the team right now, and knowing that they're very, very thin, they look at this and say, this is a guy who can definitely help us out in the long run here. And from what I'm hearing is they're trying to do their due diligence and are really trying to bring him in with the Cowboys. The thing that's interesting about this is we know that this is an area of need. This is kind of like last year when they realized they screwed the pooch on wide receivers. They called Denver about Jerry Jeudy. They called the Texans about Brandon Cooks, and they were doing everything they could to try and get some receiver help going into it. Remember, they even looked at Odell Beckham Jr., who was not ready to start the season. And so knowing how hard the Cowboys went at wide receiver last year, knowing that, we're looking at the playoffs and knowing that we need help in this area, knowing that they made calls before the trade deadline to try and make a move for somebody, just couldn't find anybody. Now having, Shaq Leonard out on the streets, clearing waivers, having this as a need, they don't have to give up any draft capital. They can just sign him if they can get him to say, yeah, I want to be with the Cowboys as opposed to the Eagles. And if you're Shaq Leonard, you're looking at this from a standpoint of, I'm 28 years old, I've had some really good years, I want the opportunity to win a Super Bowl. In which case, I know, insert joke here, Eagle fans, because you're all going to say, well, you definitely don't want to go to Dallas then. But you can look at this and say, the Cowboys have a really good team and elite defense right now, and I'd like to be a part of that. And here's where the Colts, I don't know what Jim Irsay is doing over there. They seems to be cray-cray, or I don't know what he's doing or what he's drinking or whatever else. But they just have made the worst mistakes. The stuff they did with their running back, literally, we're going to put them on injured reserve, that it's non-football injury, and then eventually sign him. Made no sense whatsoever. But they are eating. Here's what they had originally signed him to a 5-year, $95 million deal. So with them releasing him now, the dead money now, the cap hit for them this year is $19.97 million. His base salary was $15,700,000 with $400,000 as a signing bonus. Going into next year, they will take another $8 million hit of dead money. So yeah, it costs them a lot to let him go. Now the question is how much money is it going to cost him to be on a team for 6 games, and hopefully playoffs, deep in the playoffs, knowing that he's been paid already from the Colts? I can't answer that, because what he probably wants is that opportunity to get a ring and some stability and definitely some love from a team. I don't know how good this works for them to go to the Cowboys or to the Eagles. I do believe he's got some friends that are on the Cowboys that maybe can work something. Is it Stephon Gilmore or is it Blake Bell? I can't remember who it was that Game Time was talking about, but definitely the Cowboys are trying to do what they can to get him here in Dallas. So we'll see. We'll keep monitoring. If the little birdie speaks in my ear again, I will let you know. All right, good people. We'll be back 9 o'clock Eastern. I hope you tune in for the Dallas Cowboys trying to make a run at this thing. Peace.